Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you are enjoying your first week of 2023. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. I am in the same studio that I usually film in. I just usually film this direction towards the black wall. So I thought it's not supposed to be super sunny today, which is surprising here in Phoenix. But I thought it might be nice for a little change of scenery. Let me know if you like this in the comments or if it's a little bit too distracting. Either way, I know you're mostly listening to my cues, so thought I'd give you something other than the black wall that I usually have. Let's go ahead and get started with today's class. We are actually going to get started, lying down onto our back. So lie down with your feet towards the front of your mat. And any comfortable position on your back will do. So you could extend your legs. You could bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. If you have low back pain, it might feel nice to take a knock knee shape. And then try to find some stillness here. So see how quickly you can settle in, get those little fidgets out of the way so that your body can feel a little bit more relaxed. As you start to calm the body down, calm the mind down in turn. And then before we start to move, I'd like you to release anything that has or has not happened yet today, or maybe this year. And even as you reflect back on the past year, it's easy to kind of see where your lessons learned were, what you could have maybe done better. It's a great way to learn. However, if you're just ruminating on what you could have done better or some missed opportunities, I encourage you to let that go. Not only is every new year a new start, but every day, every single practice is a new start. Every single breath is a new start, an opportunity to be more present. Invite that in. Deep breath in. And exhale. When you're ready, stretch your arms over your head, point your toes, lengthen your body, and then grab opposite elbows. Walk your feet to the right, and then pick up your head and move your upper body over to the right. So you're getting a nice big side stretch. You could point the feet or flex the feet, whatever feels better for you. Nice deep breaths into that left side. And then go ahead and walk your feet over to the left. Pick your head up and walk your upper body over to the left as well. Point the toes or flex them, whatever feels better. Breathe some length into that right side. And then slowly walk your feet back through center, head back through center, extend your arms over your head, hug both knees into your chest, and we'll start to circle out the knees. Take the knees away from each other, big circles, fast or slow. And go the opposite way. Both knees in, take your arms out in a cactus shape. Breath in, breath out, take your knees to the left and look off to the right. You can relax your legs, or the more you squeeze your inner thighs together, you'll feel a deeper twist, especially in your lower back. One more big breath. And then move your knees back through center. Take both knees over to the right and look to the left. Same idea. The more you squeeze, the deeper the stretch will feel. Let's bring those knees back through center. Grab behind your hamstrings and take 3 rocks up and down the length of your spine. After the last one, you're going to use your core strength and some control to meet in a Navasana boat pose. Parallel shins with the mat, stretch your arms forward. Stay here or straighten your legs. Draw your lower abdominals in, feel a lift through your sternum. Shoulders back, proud chest, active fingers for 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles. Let's grab a tabletop position. Take your time, adjust your hands, your knees as needed. Spread your fingers out, and then take an inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, round your spine. Take a few rounds of cat-cows here. Or if there's another spinal movement that feels good, you're more than welcome to do that instead. This is a great opportunity to kind of take inventory of your body. See where you need a little sensation. If there's anywhere that feels a little tight or tense, try to move and breathe into that space. Just pay attention. One more breath, whatever you're doing. And we'll meet in a neutral tabletop. Let's go ahead and walk the hands forward, puppy pose. Forehead down, hips high. Press the tops of the ankles down. Feel some length through your waist, your arms. I like to grab the top of the mat and imagine pulling it forward. If you have the space, you could do chin to the mat and feel like the spine is melting in towards your heart. Feel a nice stretch through the abdomen as you pull the belly button towards the tailbone. Slide all the way forward onto your stomach, Sphinx pose, shoulders over elbows. Squeeze your legs and feel your kneecaps lift. Roll the shoulders onto the back as much as possible. Pull the belly button up and in. Try to float it a little bit up off the mat. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder and very gently drop your chin towards your chest until your left ear comes over to your left shoulder. And then again, very slowly, chin to chest, back to the right. Take this through a few times here. I like semicircles, but if you like to roll the head all the way back onto the shoulders, that can be an option for you as well. We'll meet with the chin to the chest. Feel a stretch along the back of your neck, and then bring your forehead down. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders and roll up to a cobra pose. Hug the elbows in. I like a little bend here. Feel some length through your waist and squeeze your thighs. Let's go downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. Always feel free to adjust your hands and feet as needed. Bend the knees, especially to start. Your heels definitely do not need to touch the mat here. I want your hips to get up as high as possible. Hands a little wider than shoulders. Spread your fingers out. Feet are the width of your hips. Let your head and your neck relax completely. Let's take a big breath in. And exhale. Lift your right leg up behind you and bend your knee. Stack your hips open. Maybe roll out the ankle or the hip. Try to drive your left heel down. Even pressure in your palms. And then take an inhale, square your hips. On your exhale, step your right foot up to your right thumb. Drop your left knee down and rise up, low lunge. Sweep both arms up as you melt your hips forward. Press the top of your left ankle down. Think of your right heel as your anchor. Drive it down and imagine pulling yourself forward a little bit with it. Grab opposite elbows overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean over to the right. Squeeze your right oblique like you're doing a side crunch. And then inhale back through center. Half split with a twist. Left hand down, right arm up. If you've got a block, this is a great time for it. Flex your right toes, expand across your collarbones, and maybe look up for 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, turn your right toes to the left and spin your left shin behind you. Left hand at the back of your mat for modified side plank. Big reach with that right arm. Maybe even lean back a little bit, make it a back bend. And then put your right hand down at the back of your mat. Keep your right leg straight, but other than that, you're in a tabletop. Tabletop with the right leg straight. Lift your right leg up behind you. Foot flexed, and stretch your left arm forward. Find stability here. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch your left elbow to your right knee, round your back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, press all the air out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Reach forward, kick back, bend your knees, sweep back for your foot. If you grab the foot, you're gonna try and kick to the right. If you don't have the foot, just stay reaching back. Harder is not always better. What looks cooler is not always a better pose. And gently release. Left hand down, straighten your right leg and put your right toes down. Pick your left knee up and into your chest. So you're in a plank with the left knee in, and press back, 3-leg down dog with the left leg up. Bend your left knee, stack your hips open, and move that leg around a bit. At the ankle, the hip, maybe this side. You just need to hang with that hip open. That's cool too. 3, 2, inhale, square your hips. Exhale, take a step to your left thumb. We'll meet in a low lunge. Adjust yourself as needed. Melt your hips forward. If you notice you're dumping into your low back, try to knit the ribs in a bit, engage your lower abs. Let's grab opposite elbows. Inhale, exhale, lean to the left. Left heel's your anchor, drive it down. Inhale back through center, half split with a twist. Right hand down, mat or block, left arm reach it up. Pull your left toes back and think of pulling the left femur bone back towards the hip socket. Belly button in to help engage, maybe look up. Left hand down, turn your left toes to the right. Spin your right shin behind you. Right hand at the top of the mat, modified side plank, big reach. If you'd like to make it a little back bend, feel free. And let's go left hand down. Again, spin your right shin behind you. So you're in a tabletop with the left leg straight. Then lift your left leg up behind you. Foot flexed, reach your right arm forward. Find stability, inhale. Exhale, crunch, elbow, knee, round your back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and reach forward, bend your left knee, sweep back for your foot. Again, you don't need to grab the foot, but if you do, I want you to kick to the left and a little bit up. Feel the left shoulder come back, parallel chin with the mat. 3, 2, 1. Gently release, right hand down, left leg straight, toes down. Step your right foot back to meet your left. You're in a high plank position. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Hold for 3. Drop the knees if you need to. 1, press yourself back up, high plank, and press back, downward facing dog. Let's take a big breath in, and then open your mouth, audible sigh. Take an inhale, lift your heels and bend your knees. Press your stomach into your thighs, bear pose. Should feel pretty good on your lower back. Look forward between your thumbs, step or jump your feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees if you need to. Rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up and look up. Bring your hands to your heart center and down by your side. Bend into your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Relax your shoulders. Weight to your heels. You can always separate your feet the width of your hips if you prefer. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep your right arm back, left arm forward. Expand across your chest. Take your knees a little bit to the left, hips a little bit to the right. You'll feel it more that way. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Knees a little right, hips a little bit left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Think pinkies close together. Tuck your chin a bit and bind your hands behind your back. Lift your left leg up behind you so you're in a bound warrior 3. Flex your left foot and feel your torso turn a little bit to the right. If this is too much, release your hands to your heart center. Keep your arms or release your hands to the mat as you start to dive your torso down, toppling tree. I like to bend the standing knee quite a bit. At any point, standing splits is good. Point those left toes, lengthen through your left leg. Choose a spot on the ground to focus your gaze. And we'll all take a big step back, meeting in a warrior 1. Reach your arms up. Warrior 1, arms up. The back foot's the anchor here, so really drive the outer edge down. Notice if your right toes grip the mat and press more through the ball of the foot. Take an inhale, look up, maybe even press your palms together. On your exhale, turn to the left, goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Tailbone dropping, crown of the head lifting. Sit down a little bit lower than you would like to because you're stronger than you think. We'll be here for 3. 2, and 1. Rise all the way up to standing, and then take a warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Relax your shoulders. Don't forget about that right leg here. So most of the pressure is going to be in the left leg, but keep pressing through the outside of the right foot and reaching with the right arm. On your inhale, reverse warrior 1 breath. On your exhale, let's twist at the back of the mat. So right hand goes down, high onto your right toes. Reach your left arm up. Make your legs nice and active. Expand your chest. Stay here or extend your left arm forward so the bicep is by the ear. And you're still trying to look up under that left arm and lean a little bit to the right. Let's drop the right knee to the mat. Low lunge, both arms up. Interlace your fingers and release your index finger. Draw a line on the ceiling as you lean back. On your exhale, take your left arm back, right arm forward, twisting. If that's too much, right hand to the left knee for 3. 2. Left hand to the hip or back of the thigh as you curl back. Relax your right shoulder down. Look up for 3. 2. 1, both hands down, standing L. Bump your hands forward and pick your right leg up. Flex your foot. Nice neutral spine, chin in. Step your right foot behind your left so your ankles are crossed. At this point, you might want to walk your feet a little bit to the right, just so that you're more towards the center of your mat. So your ankles are crossed. Let's go ahead and walk the hands over to the left. Drop your head, let it hang heavy. And then walk your hands back through center. Keep your ankles crossed. Rise all the way up to standing. And eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Start to bend into your knees. You'll pick your left leg up a little bit more, but you're already partly crossed for eagle pose. The knees want to swing to the right, so try to bring them back to the left. Imagine sliding down a wall behind you. So lean the shoulders back over the hips. Lift from the crown of the head. Squeeze your legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, now you'll start to drop your elbows towards your knees and round your back. Look down at the floor, rounding like cat pose. Keep your arms, but unwind your legs to an eagle 3. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Flex your left foot. As gently as you can, step your left foot back so your feet are in a warrior 1. Come back to the eagle arms if you've lost them. On your inhale, curl back, lift your elbows. On your exhale, dive, humble eagle. If this doesn't feel good, you can take a down dog lunge by walking your hands 45 degrees to the left. Otherwise, swing your hips a little left and your arms a little right. Again, don't forget about your back leg. Left leg still nice and active for 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms. Skandasana to the front of the mat. Big bend left knee. If you need, lifting the heel up is a great option, modification. This is a large flexion in that left ankle joint. So you could always just come halfway down or lift your heel up if needed. Flex your right toes. The target area is the right inner thigh. So as long as you're feeling a nice stretch there, let's breathe into that for 3, 2. Take a seat all the way down for gate pose. We've got 2 options in gate. Hug your left shin in towards you with the toes pointing forward. It's going to be a lot of compression on that left hip, or bottom of the left foot to the right inner thigh. Your left arm will go up regardless. Your right hand will either grab your hip or your left ankle. Inhale. Exhale, left arm up and over towards your right toes. Now, as you get there, it's easy to dump your torso forward. Try to lean back and look up under the left tricep for 3, 2, and 1. Lift your torso back up. Now, your right leg is parallel with the long edge of your mat. Extend your left leg so your legs are in a 90-degree shape. Put your left hand outside your left hip. Start to lift your hips up and reach your right arm up for fallen triangle. Your right foot needs to pivot down like warrior 2, and your left toes are pointing forward, like the direction of the front of the mat. Now, put your right hand down and roll onto your right toes. 3-leg downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up. Adjust the hands if you need to. Bend your right knee. Stack your hips. Stay here or shift your shoulders forward and flip it over into a wild thing. You'll want to stack, right shoulder over the wrist. Press your spine into your heart. Hips up for 3, 2, and 1. Put your left hand down, 3-leg down dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch your left knee into your nose. Dome your back like cat pose. And then cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Figure 4, down dog. Flex your left toes and start to walk your hands all the way back towards your right foot. You'll have to bend the right knee as you get there. Once you're back, start to find a spot to focus on and bring your hands to your heart center for balancing figure 4. Flex your left toes, tuck your chin a bit, choose one spot on the mat to focus your gaze. And then stamp your right foot into the mat, left knee comes forward, we're twisting. Right hand to the left knee, reach your left arm back, or right hand to the left foot. Use your right heel to drive into the mat, and then notice the left knee. It probably wants to come across your midline, but try to keep it in front of your left hip. Look back at your left hand for 3, 2, 1. Reach both arms up. Let's go ahead and straighten that left leg for 3, 2, 1. Shiva squat. Put your hands on the mat. Tap your left knee to your right calf. Load the weight into that right leg. Now keep your right hand down. Reach your left arm up for half moon pose. You're balancing on your right foot. Great time for a block if you've got one. Flex your left toes here for 3, 2, and 1. Back to your Shiva squat and walk your hands forward. Step your left foot outside your left pinky finger. We're meeting in a lizard pose with the left foot forward. Now I'll have you drop your back knee and we'll take a crooked monkey stretch. Should feel nice on that right leg. Turn your left toes out, bring your left hand to your thigh. As you melt your hips forward, you'll get more stretch through the top of your right leg. If you'd like even more, left hand grab your right foot for 3. 2. And 1. Release the back foot if you've got it. Inchworm your left foot to the center of the mat and straighten your left leg for half, full, or somewhere in between splits. Hands to blocks is a great option. As long as you feel sensation in the back of the left leg, you're in the right spot. Doesn't matter so much how the pose looks. Try to keep your spine nice and flat. If you notice you're hunching over, then maybe just walk your hands back a little bit. Broaden through your collarbones. 3, 2. If you're somewhere near full splits, start to bump your right knee a little bit forward. We'll meet in a pyramid pose. Shorter stance, right toes out on an angle. Back foot's your anchor here, so shift some weight back to that right leg. Press down through the ball of your left foot. You're trying to fold over the left leg. If you need to, bend your left knee first. Squeeze your legs. Right hand down, mat or block. Start with your left hand at your lower back. Turn your torso to the left and then maybe reach your left arm up. If that's going well, you could put your right hand outside of your left foot for revolve triangle. Expand your chest, bump your hips a little to the right. Again, back foot's the anchor, so really lean back into that right leg for 3, 2, 1. Look down, move your right hand forward and pick your right leg up behind you for revolve half moon. Great time for a block if you've got one. If you'd like revolve full moon, bend your right knee. Take your left hand back for the inside of your foot, kind of like what we did kneeling in the beginning of class. Kick back into the right. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Looking down, stepping your feet together, both hands to the mat. Take your feet out about the width of your hips. Let's go ahead and take the peace sign fingers to the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull yourself into a fold. Feel a weight in the crown of the head like it's pulling you down. Squeeze your lower abdominals. Feel some space between the shoulders. Soften the muscles in your face, especially your jaw. Let it unclench. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands under your feet, palms up. Or grab your ankles from the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Some space between the shoulders. Feel like your spine is lengthening. Tip your weight forward, almost like you're somersaulting, bringing more weight into the toes. This should feel pretty nice on your hands. One more breath. And then go ahead and release your hands. Walk your feet together. Bend into your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep your right arm back. Just 1 breath this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm back, twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Make a bind. Shift the weight into your left leg and pick your right leg up behind you. Bound warrior 3. At any point, hands heart is great. Twist your torso a little to the left. Start to dive your torso down, toppling tree, or at any point, standing splits. Point your right toes. Squeeze your lower abdominals. I like a little bend in the standing knee for 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2. And one. Big step back with the right foot. Warrior one, reach your arms up. Square your hips and shoulders to the front of the mat. Relax your shoulders down your spine. Take an inhale, look up, press your palms together. On your exhale, turn to the right, goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Squeeze your glute muscles together and press the knees out. Pull your belly button back. Rise all the way up to stand, straight legs. Take a warrior two to the back of your mat. Turn your toes out. Relax your shoulders. Press the knees away from each other. Feel really strong through your legs, and then flip your right palm, reverse warrior, reach back. On your exhale, let's go left hand down, twisting. Reach your right arm up, stack your shoulders. Make sure you're high onto your left toes. Stay here or reach your right arm forward, bicep by the ear. This might help you twist your torso a little bit more and look up under your tricep for 3. Lean a little to the left, 2. 1, drop your back knee, low lunge, interlace your fingers. Release your index finger and imagine drawing a line on the ceiling as you curl back, little back bend. On your exhale, take your right arm back and your left arm forward. Squeeze your legs. If that's too much, left hand to the right knee. Stay here for 3, 2. Right hand to the hip or back of your left thigh. Curl your left arm back and look up. Take an inhale. Exhale, both hands to the mat, standing L. Hands stay down, left leg lifting. Nice neutral long spine. Step your left foot behind your right. You might like to wiggle your feet a little to the left so they're more in the center of your mat. And then walk your hands over to the right. Drop your head, relax your neck. And walk your hands back through center. Keep your ankles crossed and rise all the way up to standing. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Start to bend into your knees and lift your right leg up a little more for eagle pose. Knees a little right, elbows a little left. Try to get them stacked in one line. And then sink a little bit lower, but try not to lean forward just yet. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbows towards your knees, now rounding your back. Look down at the mat, pull your belly button in, think cat pose here. Keep your arms like this, but unwind your legs to eagle 3. Right foot flexed. You've got it. Nice and slow. Gentle step back with the right foot. Your feet are gonna land in a warrior 1. Come back to the eagle arms if you've lost it. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, humble eagle. Drop down inside your left thigh. Hips a little right, arms a little left, or if that doesn't feel good, down dog lunge, walking the hands 45 degrees to the right is also a wonderful option. Don't forget about that right leg. Squeeze the right thigh muscle. It's going to help protect the knee joint. Release your arms, Skandasana to the front of the mat. Same thing here. Side 2 might feel different. The target area is the left inner thigh. So if you feel the stretch, even if the pose doesn't look how you want it to, that's okay. Flex your left toes and breathe into that space. Let's drop the seat all the way down to the mat for gate pose. Option 1, hug your right shin in with your foot on the mat, or bottom of the right foot to the inner thigh. Take your left hand to your waist or to your right ankle. Reach your right arm up, inhale. Exhale, lean up and over. Right hand towards the left foot. And then try to lean back, look up at the ceiling so you feel a nice lengthen through the entire right side of your waist. One more breath. And lift yourself right back up. Extend your right leg. So your hips are at 90 degrees. Make sure that left leg is parallel with the outside edge of the mat. Put your right hand outside your right hip. As you lift your hips up, your left toes need to turn in like a warrior 2 foot, fallen triangle. Get yourself set up in this fallen triangle and then bring your left hand down. Roll onto your left toes and press back to 3-leg down dog. Your right leg is up. Bend your right knee and stack your hips. Stay there or shift forward and flip it over into a wild thing. Hips to the sky. Look at either hand. Press your spine in towards your heart. And bring your right hand down. Take an inhale, square your hips. Exhale, crunch right knee into your nose. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh for figure 4, down dog. Flex your right toes and start to walk your hands back towards your left foot. Once you get closer, you'll have to bend your left knee also. Find stability by focusing on one spot on the mat, and then we'll meet in a balancing figure 4. Hands at your heart center. Nice neutral spine, breathe into your hips, find stability. Come up to standing, right knee in front of you. Left hand to the knee or the foot as you twist to the right. Remember, the right knee wants to cross over the midline, try to keep it right in front of that hip. Maybe look back at your hand for 3, 2, 1. Unwind your torso and bring your arms up. Straighten your right leg, not for long. 3, 2, 1. Dive down to a Shiva squat. Put your hands on the mat. Tap your right knee to your left calf. Now I want you to keep your left hand down and open up to a half moon. Stack the shoulders, stack your hips. Make your right leg nice and active. Knit your ribs in, take a breath in. Exhale right back to your Shiva squat and walk your hands forward. The right leg is still floating. You'll step your right foot outside your right pinky finger, meeting in a lizard pose. Once you've got that lizard pose, drop your left knee down and we're going crooked monkey. The right toes turn out and you feel that nice good stretch on your left hip. Even the left quadricep. If you want more, right hand to the left foot. Release the back foot if you've got it. Walk your right foot more towards the center of your mat and shift your hips back for half, full, or something in between splits. Pull your toes back, lead with your sternum. Breathing here. Find the discomfort, lean into it. If you're near full split, start to bump your back knee up. We'll meet in a pyramid pose. Shorter stance, fold over your right leg. Bend the right knee first if you need to. Keep back leg, the anchor leg, nice and straight. Think of a little twist over the right thigh. Left hand down, mat or block. Bring your right hand to your low back. Turn your torso to the right first. Then maybe you reach your right arm up. And again, the left hand can go outside the foot if you prefer. Last step is to look up at your right hand. Keep shifting weight back to your left leg. That will help you feel more stable. Drive the ball of your right foot down for 3, 2, 1. Look down. Left hand goes forward. Left leg lift up behind you. Revolve half moon or bend the knee. Right hand, reach back for the foot, revolve full moon. You're kicking back into the left a bit if you've got that for 3. Use a block if you've got 1, 2, and 1. Gently release. Right hand down, left foot down. Take a moment, pedal out your legs a bit here. And then we'll go hands in front of the feet. Lift your heels up, make a shelf with your elbows. Put your knees into your armpits. Look forward. If you look back at your feet, you're gonna feel like you're somersaulting. So look a little forward, lift one foot, maybe both feet up off the mat. Bakasana. Squeeze your lower abdominals, squeeze your inner thighs, point your toes, and grip with your fingers. When you're ready, step or jump your feet back for your last vinyasa of class. And actually, your only vinyasa of class. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Let's take a big breath in. And exhale. Inhale, lift your heels up, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump through to a seated position. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, knees out wide. Grab your feet or your ankles and sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Lead with your sternum. Pull the shoulders down the spine. If you'd like, you could open your feet up like a book. Think about pressing the outside edges of the feet together and use your elbows to press the legs down for 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself back up. Close your knees like a book and extend your legs forward. Wiggle into your sitting bones and stretch your arms up. Bend the knees if you need to. On your next exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Pull your belly button back towards your tailbone. Pull your sternum forward towards your toes. Nice long spine, chin in a bit for 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands back towards you, hands behind you. Reverse plank. Fingers forward or out, straight legs, hips up, firm your hamstrings and your glutes. Try to get your toes closer to the mat. Shoulder blades pinching together for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your seat down and lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Once you get there, I'll have you bend your knees, arms by your side. Squeeze an imaginary block between your knees as you lift your hips up for bridge pose. Firm your glutes, drive your heels down, and press a little bit through the balls of your feet. Looking straight up at the ceiling so there's no pressure on your neck. And slowly lower your hips down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh and hug your knees in towards you for figure 4. I like to grab the back of the left hamstring and pull in. Feel a nice stretch through the outer right hip. You could also extend your left leg up straight. All right, put your left foot back on the mat, but keep your figure 4. Arms by your side, lift your hips up for figure 4 bridge. So you're getting some work in the left leg, but a nice opening through the right hip. Stay here and breathe. Keep your toes flexed for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down. Take your right leg, cross it on top of your left. Now move your hips a little bit to the right and let your knees fall over to the left for a twist. Look off to the right. So having those legs crossed is going to help you get a little bit more out of your twist, like a deeper twist without really more effort. So you don't really need to engage anything, just relax into it. Slowly unwind through center and unwind your legs as well. Now put your left ankle on top of your right thigh and hug your legs in first for figure 4 stretch. Get that nice opening in the outer left hip. And then put your right foot on the mat, arms by your side. Keep your figure 4 and lift your hips up for bridge. Left toes stay flexed. Try to get your hip points up as high as you can towards the ceiling and let the left knee fall towards the floor. We'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower your hips down. Slide your left knee more over your right. Start by moving your hips slightly to the right, or hips slightly to the left. Knees go right and gaze left. Lots of different directions. Relax your left shoulder, let it feel heavy. Allow your body to melt into it. Last breath here. Slowly unwind your legs through center and then unwind those legs. Hug your knees into your chest. If there's any final pose you'd like to take here, maybe happy baby, maybe waterfall or shoulder stand, feel free to take some time. If your body is craving anything, tune into that, listen to it. When you are ready, go ahead and extend your legs towards the top corners of your mat. Sprawl your arms off your mat. Make any adjustments like walking the shoulder blades underneath you or tucking your chin a little bit. Try to get yourself as comfortable as possible. If there's a different resting position that's going to feel better for you today, feel free to take that. Try to get any of those movements or fidgets out of the way so that you feel you can be completely still. As the body calms down, you can calm the mind. So as much as you might want to move around, try to be as still as possible. Just notice the rise and fall of your chest, your diaphragm with every single breath. Every single breath, every single pose, and every single hour, every practice is a new opportunity. It doesn't need to be a new year, doesn't even need to be a new day. Use every breath as an opportunity to be fully present in your Shavasana. Make your next breath a little bit deeper. And exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you're ready, stretch your arms over your head, lengthen. Hug your knees into your chest, and then roll onto your right or left side, fetal position. Use your bicep as a pillow. Let your body feel relaxed and comfortable. Gradually make your way up to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Eyes closed or soft downward gaze. Notice the calmness you feel just from being present. And that you don't really need a clean slate. It doesn't need to be January 1st. It doesn't even need to be first thing in the morning. If there's a change you want to make, just go ahead and make it. It can be the middle of your day. It could be the middle of your yoga practice. You can change your mind. You can change your opinions. You can change your thoughts. There is never a better or worse time to choose to start. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's take a big breath in and exhale. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me and starting your new year with me. I can't thank you guys enough for being here, especially as we take on a new month, a new year. I did go ahead and set some goals. I do try to set goals any time of the year as well, but I do set goals in the beginning of the year, and you guys are helping me reach them by hitting that subscribe button. So thank you so much. If you haven't done it already, I would really, really appreciate it. I am going to be releasing also a second video every week, starting this week. It is a shorter video, a posture lab, alignment fundamentals. We'll cover 1 to 3 poses in each video. So those will be released every Friday. So my flow classes every Wednesday, staying the same, and an additional shorter alignment fundamentals class every Friday. If you like my content, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.